The Marines were again showing off their talents today during Marine Week here in Cleveland, but we aren't talking about their skills defending our nation. A 48-foot mural painted by Marine artists was unveiled and dedicated at the Cleveland Waste Collection Building on Carnegie Avenue. The mural depicts the connection between our community and our country.
As part of Marine Week in Cleveland, there's a special gathering place in the downtown area that carries a huge amount of emotion. So much so, crowds pass through in almost hushed tone. It is the traveling replica of the Vietnam Memorial, listing the tens of thousands of American war dead from the war in Vietnam. A personal note here, I knew men whose names are on that memorial wall, and not a day goes by that I do not think of them and of our service in Vietnam. Today, the Traveling Vietnam Memorial is today's look in my series of reports, My Ohio. The war in Vietnam, stretching from the mid-1960s, spilling into the 70s. Many hundreds of thousands of American troops were sent to Southeast Asia to fight against communist forces wanting to defeat South Vietnam's government. The American troops' death toll was high, so the Vietnam Memorial is a gathering place where grief can hang heavy. In Cleveland, this is a smaller traveling replica of the permanent and larger granite memorial in Washington, D.C. It bears the names of the nearly 59,000 U.S. troops killed in the war.
Somebody once wrote that war is hell. Is it?
Oh, sure. Sure. It's very interesting. It's scary. Scariest time of your life.
Veterans of the war, as well as others, look literally into this traveling Vietnam memorial. They see names of those who gave ultimate sacrifice. War dead here, remembered. In some ways, this memorial, part of the Cleveland Marine Week exhibitions, is a place of healing. Those who know war find and bring something here.
A place for somebody to grieve and just to show expressions, you know, thankful that you made it back and for the people that didn't make it back.
Even as Marine aircraft thunder over this traveling memorial, there is a peace here as the names of the war dead are viewed. Graying veterans of Vietnam walk amongst the crowd. Civilian now, Bill Taylor still dons a uniform, working with an interest group called the Young Marines.
How many names do you know on this wall?
14.
14.
Yes, sir. And 2 before I graduated from high school.
At this traveling Vietnam memorial, today's military brings its presence. The nearly 59,000 war dead are not left alone.
I came back from Vietnam. We didn't have a welcoming like this show of support, so I decided to come down and just spend the whole day down here and just talk to other veterans.
A gathering place where many speak in almost hushed tones. Respect here for Vietnam's U.S. troopers who did not come home. Among the veterans is Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson.
You served in Vietnam.
Yeah.
During the war.
Right.
What are your thoughts, your personal thoughts, as you come to this memorial wall listing the names of the dead?
Well, anytime you are part of something, you feel and you remember things because you're part of it.
Not a day goes by that I do not think of my time in Vietnam as a young soldier there. I know names that are on this wall. One name especially stands out in my memory, the name of a man who died in my unit who was a very good friend. Randall Lee Williams of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Age 21, killed in action. Not a day goes by that I do not think of Randall Lee Williams, my friend, a comrade in arms who did not come home. For me, if there is a Marine Week centering point, it is at Voinovich Park, where the memorial is on temporary duty. For me, it is more than special because of the names on the wall.
Look at this woman here. She's found a name.
Yeah.
They find names and they take pictures.
Sure.
New pictures to go with old pictures, like this one of my time so many years ago in the war. Just as Vietnam called me here, the Vietnam Memorial calls me now. It is filled with names of those who did not come back. Their names from years back peer back at us. They all represent American service members who each gave a last full measure of devotion to his nation in a years ago war in a faraway place called Vietnam. The Traveling Vietnam Memorial is located at Voinovich Park. That's at the foot of East 9th Street, Cleveland.
Nice job, Leon. And this is a live look at the wall at Voinovich Park tonight, where we are again bringing you a live look at this evening's Marine Week events throughout this evening, including the retiring of the colors and taps. Just check out the live stream on our website, newsnet5.com.